Okay, let's go.
All right, me podcast, you listen. Thanks for joining us. We've been away for a while, MC. Can't remember why we couldn't record last week, but I wanted to record.
You were out of town, weren't you? She always
Yes, I was out of
out of
town.
town,
There was something
possibly,
else.
maybe
It was
not.
grandpa duties too.
Oh, duty.
Duties. But the
Duty.
one thing I wanted to record that I wanted to get is the Charlie Sheen Netflix special released, I would say, a couple weeks ago, and people are still talking about Charlie Sheen. Does anybody remember Charlie Sheen?
He was on Joe Rogan, I think, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated too.
The day of?
Yeah, I think it was because he was recording with Charlie Kirk, and then I don't think Charlie Sheen was prepared for that. He was like, shit. That's just like he's like, what the fuck? Thought this was gonna be about my Netflix special. Now someone has died.
Just got shot right while I was on here.
And his name was also Charlie.
So Charlie Sheen, if anybody remembers, he's probably most famous for his 2.5 Men episode that he did with the guy who appears. I always call him Ducky from 16 Candles.
John Cryer, right?
John Cryer appeared on this episode, and for some reason, I'm assuming that this episode of Netflix, did you get to watch it?
I did not. Netflix is being really.
If anybody knows anything, if anybody knows anything about MC, he does not have a subscription to anything. He just uses everybody else's subscriptions to watch stuff. So during this episode, I will show you what I get on probably a 60-day basis of, hey, by the way, the YouTube that you loaned me out, it's kicking me off for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't. Yeah, but I'm on another side of the United States, so
for some reason, YouTube's not recognizing me.
They're like, we don't like this guy.
Can you go on? And it was funny when I was in Colorado, I did log in.
Yeah.
And
did it do anything? Did it help the person in Colorado?
No, it was me. I didn't realize that I was logging in to watch it.
Yeah.
I logged in under our account. And then we were like, I'm not even in Colorado. I'm like, I am. So that's why I thought it was pretty funny. You're like, what the fuck? Who's in Colorado? Me. So
so it tells you who's logging in, what they're watching.
Yeah, it shows me. It does. It shows me whatever you're watching. It shows me that.
What? Do you get the alerts when there's too many people watching?
Do I get the what? No,
like,
no.
But
no.
Does anybody else like? Does it say too many streams are happening on the YouTube TV?
No,
I might see. I'm the only one that gets these things. Like too many streams, and it boots me out of the game. I'm like,
oh, that was when I wasn't paying for multiple people to watch NFL Ticket at once.
Oh,
and then they were like, all my kids and everybody decided to log in that day to watch the game. It was like way too many people are watching NFL Ticket right this moment.
This second. Bears and Raiders.
The
most coveted game.
The worst game ever. That was just
that
so
was a
bad.
Fucking ugly. That was a fugly game if there ever was one.
They didn't even like. It didn't even look like a football game. When you texted me and go, "This is boring," it just was like awful. It was like watching preseason. It was so bad. And the worst part is they're gonna kick a field goal and we should win this.
Yeah.
And they fucking block it, and you're like, "Oh my god, does anybody block anybody?" I'll tell you one thing.
Seems to happen a lot now.
Since we're talking about the NFL, Scattaboo, Gentry. Those guys are running the ball like old school running backs right now.
Genty had a great game against us. He ran all over us.
And I got to say, if I'll cut clips maybe and put it on this episode, when you watch NFL players now tackle, they don't tackle anybody head up anymore. They don't just like square up and hit them.
Yeah.
And the fact that Scattaboo and Gentile just run straight at them and
And just run them over.
it just fucking like juggernaut, just run through them. And these dudes are like, oh, like, wait, time out. We don't
What do we
tackle like
do?
this. We don't tackle like that anymore. You run away, and we grab you from behind like a lion attacking a buffalo, and we pull you to the ground. We
We
don't,
can't even touch the quarterback anymore.
dude. He, especially Scattaboo, he just runs with his head down, like just like this, and just rams guys. And you get to see the expression on their face, like what the? They just fly off of him. Like you're not supposed to run at us with your head down. He ain't gonna last very long in the NFL if that's how
What
he's gonna run the ball.
What's crappy is I wish we would have had what we had. We could have gotten Hampton, but they're freaking they're drafting like a tight end they don't use now. He's hurt. Like you drafted a tight end at 10 and you don't have their whole scheme based around this guy. It's just like even when he was healthy, they didn't come out of the gates with this. So it's like, why the hell did we draft a tight end? We didn't even draft the number one tight end either. They probably drafted him for his blocking. And he's not even on the field. It's like,
I'm
this
not.
is
I'm not
stupid.
even. I'm not even understanding the NFL. Like tonight's game, when this episode is being recorded, is the 49ers and the Rams, and there's like 6 guys hurt in the Niners lineup.
Yeah, Pearsall, Jennings, Purdy's not even playing.
Who the fuck
Their
wants
whole
to watch?
receiving core.
The commentator
Kittle's been out the whole year, basically since the first few plays. He had a touchdown, then he's been hurt the rest of the year. So yeah, I don't even know who the hell's on the 49ers.
The commentator said today,
CMC.
goes, "This is going to be a game where you don't recognize anybody on the field." It's like a lot of jerseys, a lot of new jerseys will be on display at the
Mac
gift
Jones
shop.
and CMC, and that's it.
Fuck, man, it's just ugh. Don't even want to watch.
Who did you pick? Did you pick the Rams or 49ers?
Oh, Rams are going to beat the shit out of them.
I mean, they should now.
Niners look like shit. And that's why I think it's funny that we sit there and we had this discussion of whether or not Stafford is even going to be able to play this game or this year because of his back injury. And that fucker is out there kicking ass. So,
oh, yeah, Nakua is awesome. So, yeah, if you have Nakua in fantasy,
I wish.
He's like the number one receiver.
Yeah, I wish we would have. I don't know, man. I wish we would have picked up a quarterback like Stafford, or who's the dude for the Bucks? Mayfield. I wish we would have picked up a
Would you have wanted Darnold instead of Geno or no?
No, I want someone.
He's like the Seattle starter.
I want someone like Sam Darnold. I want someone
I can't believe that. Yeah,
I want someone like Stafford and the fuck is his name again? From the
Baker Mayfield.
Mayfield. Dude, they're tough.
So good, you can't remember his name.
No, but they're tough, dude. You watch when they play, they're tough. They just go out and they fucking play. That's what we need. We need someone who can take shots. Dude, here's so bad. Geno threw 3 interceptions last game.
Against the Bears of all teams.
And his guard had to make all the tackles after the interception. His guard, number 58. The fuck? You can't even make your own tackles after you throw an interception.
Just leaves.
Damn it. Yeah, he's like, oh, shoot, and just walks off the field. And they're like,
tackle him, Geno.
They're returning them. They're returning it. And then you got fucking just Raiders. Ugh. Did you see that meme I sent you when they said, this guy looks familiar? It was like a Scooby-Doo episode. And they ripped off his mask, and it was like, who was the guy from last year? The long-haired dude that was just blue ass too. The one with the mustache, the big Fu Manchu mustache.
Your quarterback?
Our starter. The one they were all like, he's gonna be the best. He was fucking horrible.
Oh, not Garoppolo, but who the hell was back? Who took over his job?
We even got beat by Garoppolo.
Yeah.
We got beat by Garoppolo.
O'Connell?
No.
O'Connell?
Look him
Aiden
up.
O'Connell?
He's the long-haired dude. I wish we had Aiden.
Oh, Minshew. You talking about Minshew?
I wish we had the long.
I don't even know where he's playing now, Minshew.
He's playing for the UFL or whatever.
Oh, is he?
I don't know.
The Canadian League. He's probably backing up somebody for real.
He's an Arena Bowl. He's an Arena Bowl. He's playing for the Sugar Skulls.
The XFL.
All right. Here's the episode you were talking about with Charlie Sheen finding out Oh, gotta turn it up.
Oh.
When Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
This just happened. We just found out that Charlie Kirk got shot.
It's awful.
You were actually in the middle of the interview?
We were. Yeah. We just had the bathroom break.
Does it look like Charlie Sheen's still high?
I can't believe he looks at, what is he, like 60 years old?
I don't know.
Still has a full head of, I mean, it's
As soon as we're
he
clear,
died,
he
obviously,
says,
but
Joe, there's breaking news.
Dude, he just looks like his dad, for one.
yeah, that's
Sheen.
true. Martin Sheen.
Two, he just looks like his eyes are like super big. Like he's like, oh my God, I want to get as much light in as possible so I can see.
Really bad. He says, Joe, don't look at your phone. And Joe's like, tell me. And he says, breaking news, really bad. And Joe says, what's going on? And he says, Charlie Kirk's been shot and he's clinging to life. Suddenly everything was different, for all the wrong reasons. Like 30.
Dude, I don't know if clinging for life was the right word to use.
He was dead instantaneously.
Yeah.
Right?
So as soon as you saw the video, which was fucking disturbing, it was like, oh, like that.
I'd say I don't even know what to fucking believe anymore, dude. Like there's so many different theories on it and what's going on. Now you got people like the guy who claimed he was the shooter right away to let the other one get away. And then now you see all these theories with the guy with the sleeve that his lapel Mike may have killed. I mean, all this stuff is just ridiculous. And like now,
all I gotta say,
we don't know who did it.
Someone to die like that in front of your wife and children is fucking horrible.
And all he was doing was spreading the gospel, obviously, as a Christian.
He was just talking
and engaging kids who obviously hated him and went up there to challenge him and throw stuff at. And he would debate them where they stood.
Yeah, it was a debate. It was a debate. All right, I don't want to get into this. It was fucking horrible. It's probably the worst thing I've ever seen. That was terrible. And the fact that people were posting it right away is just fucking disturbing.
Yeah, someone sent me the video. Like I didn't want to see that, and now I don't even know if that was the real one. I don't know because it was bloody, so I have no clue.
It was pretty bad. I saw the original. It came. I was in the middle of a show. And it happened, and then you just couldn't get away from people showing it on their phones. It was fucking disturbing. And again, social media is the curse.
So you were in the middle of a set?
I was at the show, yeah. I was at the show when it happened.
You were doing a daytime show? What time? I can't remember when
I was on my way to a show.
Oh, you're on your way. Okay. Oh, so by the time you got to the show, that was all everybody was talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it was disturbing. Yeah. It was fucking disturbing.
Are you ready to laugh?
No,
no,
that's what they said. That's what they said.
Off the stage.
Nobody talk about that shit tonight. So, anyways,
that's tough. That's crappy.
Well, because comics, fucking idiots will go in and say something that just
they say stupid shit, and then you had guys in the roast like with Owen Hart and stuff, and then you had Razor Ramon wanting to strangle a comedian. Because that's as legit as friend, like
Razor Ramon.
Well, they're talking about how Owen Hart died. So a comedian on some roast was like a WWE thing, and then he obviously made a poor joke in poor taste, and then Razor Ramon gets up and he wants to beat the guy's ass.
Is that an actual video?
Yeah, there is. If you look it up, it'll look up comedian Owen Hart.
By the time I got to the bar,
comedian.
The roast was proceeding. I thought it was kind of dull. Like if I ain't good at my job, I want you people to let me know. If I suck, go you suck. Oh. So the guy hosting the thing, I didn't think it was very funny. So I said, you suck. If I sucked that bad, I wouldn't have a job. So I'm heckling the guy. He's a comedian. Come on, get with it. Then the guy says something like, I think he said this exactly. Went, oh, there's Scott Hall. His career fell faster than Owen Hart from the ceiling. Oh! What the fuck? Okay, I got goosebumps right now thinking about it, and I'm straight. So now I'm buzzing, and I'm a big fucking redneck. This dude made a joke about one of my friends who died from a tragedy. He had an overdose, like a lot of my friends have. God rest their souls. We miss them too. This dude fell from the ceiling 80 feet, was almost decapitated on a worldwide pay-per-view that his children were watching. So I went after the dude, like, fuck you, man. And you know what? The next day on some internet deal, and I ain't no computer guy, I'm a low-tech redneck. But I said, well, I apologize for disrupting the Sheik's thing, and Sheik can suck my dick. But I just said, you know what? I ain't so.
Decides to throw like a poor taste thing about Owen Hart falling to his death, and then Razor Ramon's in the crowd, and he's like, "Fuck you, you son of a bitch! Owen Hart was my buddy," and he's like, obviously he might be inebriated too, but like he really wanted to fight the comedian just because he just didn't like what he said. Because really, I mean, it wasn't about Owen Hart, so to throw an Owen Hart joke in there when you're supposed to be roasting the Iron Sheik, yeah, I mean, you would think, yeah, it's been poor taste. He was shouting from across the room. It would be like if you made a joke like, "Fuck you, Coach Jesse, I'm gonna come up there," and he's shouting around at the comedian on the stage, and I forget how the comedian was handling it, but
running.
Oh fuck! Probably should have been. I don't know if he was
6'8", walking up here.
Yeah, he's like
run.
So yeah. I remember it, but yeah. It's been a while since I've seen the video, but I remember Scott. He wasn't close to him. He was in the crowd and he was pointing at him like, "I'm gonna fuck you," So,
all right. Now that we've been derailed from the original topic of the Charlie Sheen Netflix special, we'll get back on track. So there's a 2-part series of Netflix that came out about Charlie Sheen, and Charlie Sheen basically tells everything. And if people don't know who Charlie Sheen is, he's probably most famous for being Martin Sheen's son. And Charlie Sheen came out. He does talk about how he got into movies.
What would you say is his most famous role? Wild Thing in Major League?
His most famous role in a movie?
Yeah. He was Vaughn in Major League, remember?
It's probably one of the ones that you most know him for is about that. I would say probably one of his best roles that got him really noticed was he played in Platoon.
Okay.
And he also played Hot Shots.
Yeah, you remember
Hot Shots?
Yeah.
Major League was a good movie for him.
That's probably my favorite Charlie Sheen.
But I think Hot Shots was pretty much his movie roles where he had like a series of Hot Shots. But he starred in Platoon, which is one of his first movies, according to him.
And he was married to Denise Richards, wasn't he?
Yeah, they talk about that in the series too.
Yeah.
The other one that he came out with, that he appeared in, favorite movie of all times of Charlie Sheen is when he was with his brother Emilio Estevez in Men at Work.
Oh yeah.
That's a fucking great movie. Love that movie. I watch that movie every time. That movie makes me laugh.
Seen Men at Work once and probably Hot Shots once. So if you mention anything from any of those movies,
dude, Men at Work is a classic film.
I do remember seeing comedy,
it because Emilio Estevez is fucking hilarious, and so Emilio Estevez.
That's his half brother, right? Or full brother?
Got me.
Yeah, I know they're both.
Neither one of them was in the series. Neither one of them was in the series because they didn't want anything to do with it. But his dad was a big role in helping him get sober, and his dad also helped him get back on track.
Are they on good terms? They're on good terms. They just didn't want to be a part of the documentary.
Don't know. Other movies that you might recognize him from is Red Dawn. He had a small portion of that movie. And also Young Guns. He was in there shortly before he died. He was also in there with his brother. But
yeah, that's what I was wondering. I couldn't remember if he was in Young Guns. Obviously, he didn't have a prominent role in Young Guns.
Remember, he died. He got shot right away. He got killed in the beginning when they were trying to get that one guy. You look
too much like Billy the Kid. Goodbye.
You're going to take away from your brother's portion of the movie, so we're going to have you die right away.
This is too serious of a movie for you, so you need to die.
So one of the movie roles that he talks about in here that he got because he was looking for movie roles because he started in Platoon was he showed up in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And in that part of the movie,
that's
he
right.
was in the very end.
Yeah.
And that was the movie role when he talks about it in the series. When you hear about it, I don't want to ruin it for people in case you want to know about the Charlie Sheen shit. Was that he was late for the actual movie scene, and the way you see him in the movie role when he's sitting there at the chair with talking to that girl, and he kind of looks all beat up.
Was that Jennifer Grey who played his sister?
Not his sister. It was the girl from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Ferris' sister.
So when he's sitting there in the jail, and he's waiting, and he looks like he's just all dirty, and his hair's all fucked up and everything. That's how he showed up, because he was drunk still and having a night binger, and he was almost late for the scene.
So that
Actually,
was the
scene.
That was the police station scene
So,
where she's
yeah,
sitting in there. Yeah.
He really wanted to be in the movie, but he was running late. And then when he showed up, that's how he looked. And the guy goes, looks perfect. Just get in there. And so that's that.
Great job with the method acting, Charlie.
Great job, man. You look just like the role.
Can't believe you came right in there just ready to go, Charlie.
Yeah. So let me show you from Inside Edition. Why not just get copyrighted the shit out of on their.
It's a bombshell documentary, aka Charlie Sheen.
Shame is suffocating. I lit the fuse,
Funniest thing as they talk about Howard Stern is in this show, he actually has his drug dealer as one of the people that talk about Charlie Sheen doing drugs.
Does he blurt out or no?
No, he just did it.
What, former drug dealer? I don't do any drug.
Former, yeah.
wasn't supposed to be.
In the upcoming Netflix.
And the funniest thing is they film him in this diner the whole entire time during the interview. Like they couldn't even get
diner.
they couldn't let's do it in the corner of a diner and just have you drink coffee.
Sheen opens up about his catastrophic fall after being
A
the highest
dimly
rated
lit
TV
diner.
star of all time on his hit show.
Well, they even have generic ketchup and mustard.
Stuff that I plan on sharing, I had made a sacred
So,
vow to only reveal to
It's pretty much stuff you've already known about Charlie Sheen.
No.
There's also a who's who.
Yeah, that's the other funny part.
Denise Richards.
Denise Richards is in it. Still looks pretty good for being in her 60s. I think she still looks good.
It's not her 60s, is she?
Yeah.
She's older than both of us.
Wanted to like him because he's lovable, brilliant,
Wow. Holy crap.
handsome, charming, and smart.
15 years ago, Inside Edition covered Sheen.
I just like how this guy is total. The same voice from Inside Edition from when I was in 8th grade.
50 years of
Hey,
Inside
everybody.
Edition.
This is going to be a good movie. Yeah, so they talk about how he
Downward
falls off the
spiral every
rails.
step of the way. October 2010, a drugged-up Sheen trashes his luxury suite at New York's famed Plaza
So what?
Hotel.
So
2.5
does every
men
other
is
actor,
temporarily suspended.
comedian who's
March
drunk.
2011, a train wreck
See?
TV interview. As
Does he not look the same that he did in the Joe Rogan episode?
That's what I was saying.
He looks the same. His eyes look the same. And they're like, he's drugged up here. I'm like, you look the same, though.
We're trying to
sue the
figure
network
out the
for
fountain of
suspending
youth
his
that
show.
Charlie
I am on
Sheen
a drug.
keeps
It's called
going
Charlie
to.
Sheen.
Fucking vampire.
Yes.
It's not available because if you try it once, you will die. Your face will melt off, and your children will
Yeah, this
weep
is
over
just
your
talking
exploded body.
nonsense. I remember this.
3 days later, Charlie Sheen is fired. In a shocking display, he waves a machete from a rooftop.
Waves a machete.
He does an interview. 3 days later, he's fired.
Coach JC was
from
on the
a
top of the
bottle of
world
Tiger's Tiger
till he
blood,
posted
as
a
if he's
monkey
ready for
video.
war.
Drinking
And everything went
In his
down.
new documentary, Sheen, now sober for 7 years,
Fuck
says
off.
he is ready to tell
Ruined
all.
my whole life.
Charlie sober, he's going to tell you the truth.
I'm gonna really hurt the people I love.
So, anyways,
The
to go-
Coach JC documentary. Everything
to go-
was downhill.
tried to do a comedy festival. Fucking everything got crushed.
When Facebook banned him, he wasn't even able to promote his shows anymore.
Couldn't even get on anymore because they're going, your face looks like the guy you're trying to get on with.
Thought it was funny when he showed a monkey dragging a kid away, and Facebook didn't laugh.
Fuck. I don't know what the fuck happened. So, anyways,
It's alive. You just could never access it, right?
yeah, people still tag me on it. They're
How do you like
"Hey,
it when you can see your account and you can never get in?
Never again. 5 years
Bastard.
later. By the way, fuck you.
Facebook jail. Maybe the year 2050 will let you have your account back after your sentence is served.
Dude, it's just fucking amazing.
Won't be doing any more comedy shows, but that's the point. Learn your
No.
lesson.
We know you had 3,000 people on there, but we fucking said kiss our ass.
We take monkey dragging people away videos real seriously, especially when they're kids.
Yeah, we'll show you videos of people getting shot, people dying, people fucking
Charlie
getting
Kirk
murdered.
getting shot, but you can't show a picture of a monkey dragging anybody
Yeah,
away.
all those people. That's what I said. It's a fucking social media is a just it's a cesspool of just dirt, and people show so much shit. Like used to be Twitter.
You didn't even
all this
film
stuff.
that. That's the thing. Like you
No, but I will tell you
slap
this.
you on the wrist and say, "Okay, I won't share that."
I will tell you this.
It's not even your video.
Not take a video and remix it with your face. Don't do the reaction video. Because once you do the reaction video, you become the video owner. And then fucking now you're the guy.
So that's what happened?
Yep.
You're okay. So
I put my face on there doing ooh,
that's
and then next thing you know, they're like, oh, you did something bad. And then I don't know what the hell happened.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's why then, yeah.
Yep, don't do that. Don't do the reaction videos of anything, because once you do it, it's yours. And then they don't have anybody. There's nobody on Facebook watching stuff to say yes or no. It's all computers that just say, knock that off. You knock that. It's kind of like our YouTube. As soon as we post this, we like to believe that someone sits in a computer room and goes, no. But what it does is it instantly just shows up little keywords and tags and it says no. And so, but then for some reason, there's people out there who find a way to fucking go around that. And then they just continue to get on. That's why
the Liver King, who plays his video in the background of his life, 300
but social media
hours straight.
Bought a computer only to stream his own videos.
Just a TV with a computer that plays on the TV nonstop.
You get more people to watch if you watch your own shit.
Just play my shit nonstop. Then eventually the algorithm says, "Fuck this guy. We'll fucking put his video out."
So yeah, it's sad, but there's so much shit out there that I would never let my kids watch it, and there's no way to stop it, and that's why not to go back to the whole Charlie Kirk thing, but they're talking about the kid who shot him, and they're saying, hey, he was a video gamer, he's on social media all the time. They're telling kids now they're telling people, get out, do stuff, don't turn off your computer, turn off your phone. It's like you should have been doing that about fucking 10 years ago. There should be some kind of regulation on this shit.
If that person was, I mean, I've seen enough stuff where I don't even know anymore. But if that person or someone like that person was able to do those things, most of the time, and this is what you're saying, most of the time they're gaslighting these people. So, you see those things now. I think my buddy in a group thread was sharing something he's seen on his friend's Facebook, where a bunch of other like-minded people are saying, what do we do? It's almost like we have to do violence or something. Like what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's like they're like, this is the only way. We need to stop it. Somebody is gaslighting you, thinking like, what the fuck are you? What are you thinking when you're thinking the only thing you could do is violence, or this is the answer for your life?
You're an example of that, because you see this shit and you get all worked up. And you start talking about it, and you're the little match in the pile of whatever. And
lighting a bunch of other people
as many other matches start getting lit up, it creates a fire. And the thing is it's all on shit where you're like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I'm seeing it, and it's getting me all riled up, motherfucker.
I don't know if it's getting riled up. It's just like, look at this shit. You don't even know what to believe anymore.
Well, it's like when he got. It's like when Trump got shot at. Right away, there's two sides. Fucking someone did it on purpose to try to get him not to be elected. Oh, he staged it to try to get elected.
Yeah, I'm seeing more of those now too, which is really weird. They're showing the Secret Service positioning the people filming it for the thing like it was like a guy died. Like, unless they're lying about the guy died. Because I don't know how the fuck you get around that. How the fuck would we know?
No one took it for face value. To where when we were watching shit a long time ago on television, we never questioned it after it happened, right?
Man,
they still question the John F. Kennedy assassination. Years later, they start claiming conspiracy shit like that.
Why not fucking just release the files then? Like, that's what the thing's baffling to people. Obviously, there has to be some shady shit in there.
Why do we assume there's a fucking file that's being hidden?
Because they've told us there's one. There's files. Ooh. Didn't Trump himself say, I'm going to release the files once I get in office?
Yeah,
the first thing I do.
They did. And it's like,
no, he didn't release them now. They haven't released them.
Again, what are we hoping to get out of that? What do we hope?
Are these things that you don't want to?
What do we hope?
Do you not want to learn
what
these
the
things
fuck are
as
we
soon as
getting?
you hear it?
What are we gonna know? It's been a conspiracy all these years. So now what? I'm gonna say my whole life's been a joke. I don't remember
The Truman Show.
Everything that I've been told. Everything I've been told is a lie. Come on. It's like you gotta know. It's kind of like parents hiding the truth from their children because the children can't handle it.
You can't handle the truth.
That's what I think. Seriously, the answer is. I don't know.
I'm sure there are people because what are they going to tell you? Every single thing that they know would.
But why would you want to know?
And,
why would you want to know? So you can have more people act on violence or act on fucking stupidity.
Well, here's one reason why they wouldn't tell. If the government, let's just say, was complicit in any of these things that were on the like assassinations or other stuff, why would they tell people? They sure as hell wouldn't want, because then you'd think they're in on everything. Even if they aren't, they're going to think that they are. So then
we already do think they're in on everything.
That's what I mean.
We already do. So once we find out they are,
so why not tell us then? Because it wasn't them.
It's kind of like, okay, put in perspective my medicine that I take. So I'm getting off one of my medicines because I don't want to take it anymore. And since I've gotten off of it, my blood pressure hasn't really changed a whole lot. And so I'm like, well, then I've been taking that medicine for no fucking reason. And so now I'm thinking, see, I'm right. The guy who went to school for 10 years and got a fucking degree and doctor is wrong. And so that's how we approach everything we see on the fucking news is, there's something wrong here. And I think I know what it is. As I'm sitting in my house, drinking a beer, watching the fucking 49ers look like shit against the Rams tonight, I'm thinking, you know what? I think I know the answer. And the problem is we have to have some kind of faith that the world's being ran accordingly and that it's been ran for this many years. And of course, there's probably things that we don't know that if we did know, what good would it do us other than create chaos and create problems? And do we really want to know everything? I don't know. I don't. I just want to know what I need to know in order to survive.
I just want the Raiders to win a game.
I just want the Raiders tickets to go down in price because
I just want us to be able to kick a field goal at the end of the game.
Way too much to win. It costs way too much for the way the fucking Raiders play, and I just want tickets to be cheaper. But see, the thing is I don't know if you found out what's really happening. Would it change anything other than create more chaos? And we're in a world of chaos because shit like this happens when Charlie Kirk got shot. Tragic. Right away, everybody starts telling their stories about how it really wasn't what you saw and it's bullshit and this is that. Same thing goes with the government shutdown. As soon as it happens, I'm listening to it when I'm driving. They called it the blame game. Everybody's pointing fingers instead of just coming up with a fucking solution so we don't have any problems. But no one gives a shit about the trillions of people.
And it's shut down. Why? Because he was trying to pass something and they don't want to.
Because they want to keep the healthcare portion of it. They want money to continue to come in to help pay for people who can't afford healthcare. But right away, we assume that means it's the people who don't live here. And again, that's us making an assumption. That's them making an assumption. So now they're all arguing. And the problem is like one person said, it affects the person who works, who lives everyday life if we don't continue to fucking come up with something. Right now, it's not doing anything other than shutting down national monuments and shit like that. But it's just like, why the fuck are we arguing so much about Democrats versus Republicans? Why can't we just argue about just United States and what's best for us? You know, put your shit aside and just decide what's best for us.
We're just involved in too many things, and that's why people get suspicious. What are you doing with our money in the Ukraine? Why are we getting involved in Middle East stuff? There's just so many things.
Well, even fucking Trump during the Charlie Kirk thing about his wife forgiving the person who assassinated her husband. And he's like, I don't forgive my enemies. Nah. It's like, dude, you're just stirring shit up for what fucking reason?
He is a troll. He is a massive troll that a lot of people just can't get around. He says something and it just triggers these people. And they're like, if he's a puppeteer, he's just got him. You know, they're talking about him because he's saying something, and they're reacting.
What good does that comment serve, other than to fucking make people more angry and fight against one side versus the other? It's just to me, I'm Republican, but I'm also like,
that was the argument on some people's case to say, oh, he doesn't know how to talk. Like that's the reason why you want him as president. You want him to lie to you because he can talk.
We're gonna run out of time. You're gonna go on a. Okay, this may look different because Zoom. We're buying a house. Zoom cuts us off at a certain amount of time, but we felt like we were in a good conversation from somewhere regarding what's real and what's not on the internet. Yes. So we want to continue. MC was sharing his thoughts about Trump stirring the pot and creating shit that doesn't need to be created. And so we were talking about the government shutdown that's going on because he said some things during the ceremony for Charlie Kirk that got people all riled up. And now he's saying stuff about this shutdown that's getting people riled up. And that's where we go with this topic again is what's the point? Because, again, we talk about people acting, and this kind of ties into what Charlie Sheen did for his whole life, is you're drawing attention to yourself, and you want to know I guess the public wants to know why, and in this situation for the presidency, when it's the president, why are you drawing attention to yourself instead of drawing attention to what, again, I think it's beliefs and what they believe. We elected a guy to lead us and what he believes and hopefully be in our values and everything. But I feel like at this point, we're getting into more of it's the Trump show, and we want to see what Trump's going to say next and how he's going to call people out. But then I start to question, is it benefiting us as a country to have this kind of, in my opinion, a social media uproar, just like everybody else's shit? The Charlie Sheen thing. No one thought about Charlie Sheen until he put his documentary out there. Now he's all over social media and he's getting attention drawn to him. And I'm just trying to think about it. We're going on what? Is this the second year? This will be the first year Trump's been elected, right?
Yeah, it's start at the beginning of this year.
So what the fuck is 3 years going to look like after this? It doesn't feel like.
I don't think approval rating really matters, right? If you're in the second term, obviously, he's not going to get another one. So obviously,
I saw something on when he was talking to somebody. He put hats on his desk that said Trump 2028. And it's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Son, maybe. He's a master troll. You gotta remember. Barron? I don't know about Barron yet, but Don Jr. Barron.
Barron looked like a damn
19
Eddie Munster,
giant 19-year-old. I think he's just a master troll. And you got to remember, because we were talking about in the first part of this, obviously, of the gaslighting, how easy it is to be gaslit on either side. Doesn't matter whether you're a conservative or liberal minded. You could be easily gaslit. So somebody is doing this, obviously, whether it to be the media or other people. And so somebody's having a field day gaslighting Americans against Americans. I think it's pretty obvious. If you look at the track record of what's happening, we're not all unified. Despite being called the United States of America, we're not. The problem is someone is continuously throwing gasoline on fire. So whether it be Trump or whether it be someone on the liberal side, it doesn't matter who it is. The liberal media, you could just say, but everybody's throwing gasoline on the fire to just kind of stir people up. So
I don't, again, I look at this now, I guess if you had children, you're right. So if you had kids,
nieces and
you're
nephews.
thinking of, so you have nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
what the fuck's the future look like for them? You know, where do you go from here? Where does the presidency go from here? Are we going to go back to politics as we known it before Trump?
Now,
Or is this going to be where they're talking about The Rock being a fucking president?
So
Jon
we've had,
Stewart being president.
We've had some discussions with a nephew of mine that just really says, "Hey, I have conservative, I have liberal friends that we try not to talk politics. I try not to be in like he doesn't care." So he's probably kind of like where I was when I was his age. Obviously, I figured they're both sides of the same coin. I didn't give a shit. Whoever's getting elected, we don't have a it's not gonna matter anyways. And
that's rare right now though. How old's your nephew?
He's going on 25, so he'll be 25 this year.
That's rare because nowadays they're very involved.
The kids are involved, yeah.
But
it's not every one of them. Most of the ones that
I would say a majority of
but like in our family, nobody is really. I mean, some of them are starting to, like we're talking, and because they're starting to see how hard it's going to be for them to own a house, and because everything's that much harder for these kids now. So as the kids are now, my niece and nephews are basically all entering into their 20s. Life's going to be really hard for them. So whoever is in office who might promise them, hey, I'm going to drop these rates, I'm going to drop taxes, I'm going to make that, so anybody who's going to be selling those type of things is probably going to get their ear. But if you rewind, I don't know how you were when you were around 20, 25 years old, but I had a lot of other shit going on where I really wasn't
fucking vote.
I didn't give a fuck. I didn't vote either. So how and why are we so involved as adults? Is it just the adult thing to do, or it's just like, are we really concerned with where the fuck's my money going? Where am I going to have Social Security by the time am I going to make it to retirement age or heart attack and die?
That's the thing. I still, in my 50s, trust that the government is doing what's right for us. But now that the more social media and more news and the more shit, I don't think I've been involved in this much government talk and watching shit in my life than I have been now.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch Fox News every morning. And when I watch it, I listen to my brother who's in his almost 70s, and I listen to my family, and they're all going to share their views. And I don't share the same views that they do because I come from I grew up differently. Even though we all grew up in the same house, I went down a different road.
Everything's funny to me because I'm a comedian.
No, I didn't even. I went down the road of I was the only one that went to college. I was the only one that played sports. I was the only one that did. They all went straight from high school to job. I went from high school to sports to college, graduate, do the college.
Where did you go to college?
ASU.
Okay, so in ASU, do you feel like looking back arbitrarily, do you feel like there was some liberalism from the professors you had? Were they trying to influence you at all? You never noticed that back in whatever year that was?
No, they didn't. It wasn't like dudes with bongo drums. What do they call them? Beatniks? Yeah, like, hey, bro, war's dangerous. None of that shit went on.
You were going to college in the 60s.
No way. Yeah, but that's the thing is ASU in the 90s was parties. Again, my whole college life, I think from 91, from getting out of high school to 90 fucking 8 was just drinking.
We don't have to worry about these rednecks in Arizona until about 20 years later, and then we're going to have filtering a bunch of Californians.
Next thing they got trucks with gun racks on them. So
the hell's going on? We're going to have to send some Californians there.
So it was pretty much, get an education, get a good job. And sports was fucking the way it is right now. Football was king. Other shit was, in the back burner, but it was sports. Nothing was the way it is right now. Like there's no social groups like there is now because, again, I agree with you. Someone's gaslighting this, and I don't think it's a person. I think it's what they call the algorithms of what you're seeing, and then once you see it, it just somehow just unloads you.
There's a lot of
information.
agitators. There's a lot of agitators because there's somebody, you got to think about this. There's somebody, these people aren't just going and creating riots, whether it be under this thing or this or protesting. Who the fuck has time or the money to do that? So obviously somebody's getting paid to do these rallying and these protests.
I've seen it.
I'm sure.
I've
yeah,
seen someone
sure
try to create a riot in this small little town I live in.
So
and they weren't from here; they were from another state. And
that's
the thing
weird,
is,
isn't it?
It's fucking strange. But then it starts creating this Twilight Zone thing where you're like, "Oh my god, there's listening. This phone I have is paying attention to everything I'm doing."
There is, since the Patriot Act, they definitely can listen if they want to.
And I'm this computer I'm talking to right now is filming.
Our feed just gets cut.
Fucking filming. Some dude's gonna show up in a suit with the glasses like Men in Black and be like, "What are you doing? You," and then we're like, "Wow, how'd we get in this room?" So it's just all creates this type of. But again,
they're laughing at us. First, you have to get about 1,000 subscribers. You fucking idiots.
You'll
never 60. Get there because we're not gonna let you.
60 subscribers is all you have.
There's 60 subscribers in your conversations. We don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, you keep trying to talk about current events, and you get 61 subscribers.
Once you get to 105. Maybe we'll start to care.
Once you break 1,000, like the guy who talks about tying his shoes, then you will be noticed. But again,
there's definitely forces at work that want us distracted. So they want the old, what do they call it? The old bread and circus thing. Like, watch your sports, watch your TV shows. Don't worry about what we're doing. Obviously, when there's insider trading and these politicians are becoming millionaires coming out of there, they have a good scam going. It's pretty easy to see. If you're paying attention, they get out of office, they're making even more money. They're doing public speaking. It means their palms are probably greased because they're doing the bidding of whoever's helping them get elected. So it would be easier to distract the public at large with a multitude of things so you can't see the scam for what it is. Now, I'm not the first one to say this out. George Carlin been saying it. Jesse Ventura wrote books about two sides, same coin, two different sides of the same coin. So all of them are getting rich off the same scam. Doesn't matter whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, whatever the hell you're called. If you have a place of power with vote and stroke, someone's probably trying to bribe you. This isn't anything new. We know this. So the thing is, do people care more because now there's the internet? There's more people calling them out. And now we're like, now we want to find out what the fuck is really going on.
Is.
Yeah, and that's probably what's really going on,
Because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it just for some fucking reason, just shows up more and more and more to where you're like, damn it. Here, I'll put a perfect example.
Well, the algorithm, like you said, would definitely
a supplement,
quote unquote, gaslight you. It's gonna keep showing you things that thinks you want to see.
Everything. Like a supplement today, citrulline, shows up on my feed. Take citrulline if you want to help burn fat and keep your exercise, whatever.
Shitulline?
Citrulline.
Oh, citrulline.
L-citrulline. And so you're...
Shitulline. You'll be shitting out your weight in no time.
Lose 20 pounds in 10 minutes. So
it'll be the greatest laxative you've ever seen.
I'll have to tell you a story about that in a minute. So he goes. So once I look at him, like citrulline, I've heard about that supplement that it's a amino acid. So I started reading about it. Next thing you know, every fucking thing on my feed is citrulline. Get it with citrulline with arginine. Get citrulline, and I'm like, you can't even stop. Can't even stop. Like even people say, I talk on my phone.
It listens.
And my phone all of a sudden shows me shit that I just talked about.
Yeah, deck. I've been getting shit for a deck because I had to have talked about it to either from one of my siblings and stuff. Like, okay, I'll get a new deck or whatever. I've gotten deck stuff and all the Instagram ads. All the stuff with hair care products. Just different things. If you're or just, it knows what you're searching for and knows what you're saying. So it's going to cater every ad because ad is money. It's going to cater every ad to these people, and information is is money. You know, people are buying and selling your information all the time, and yeah, they want to know what you're into, I guess.
See, I think that's to me, that's the fucking problem, right?
Yeah, it's fucked up, obviously.
It's a way to convince us it's kind of like that whole story about housewives at home. They show commercials, they show stuff on television because they're trying to embed in the housewife that you need these things because they're home. They know what time you're watching television. So pretty much it's what the 60s, the 70s advertisement, 80s and 90s did. Radio ads, all this stuff just constantly repeating. Now it's on social media and it's on your fucking phone or computer and you're constantly seeing it. Yeah. So I agree. But again, everybody wants to know what happened in the past. Like, what happened? I want the truth. And the problem is, why do you want... And the funniest thing is the people who are requesting this now don't even know what the fuck they're talking about because they're just being told this happened. And then they're like, well, then I want to know the truth. Why? So many other things happen between that lifetime and when you were born in the fucking 90s that now all of a sudden you're interested in the truth of what happened in the 70s.
Well, think about this. Let's
what are you going to get at? What are you going to get out of it if they fucking do pull these secret files and they show you stuff about shit that you didn't even know existed, but only because the media is telling you about it?
So let me give you a hypothetical scenario. Like if, just throw this out there. So if tomorrow they come out and say football's been rigged and it's been rigged for a very long time.
What?
So clearly you'd want to know, hey, when did this
tearing down my jersey now?
You'd want to know, when did this shit start? Why? What the fuck is going on? Clearly you'd be probably fascinated because your whole
but I played it.
Would be upside down.
But I played it.
Yeah, you played it on a smaller level, but if they told you
NFL, I played it though.
Did you play NFL football?
I would have an interest.
Yeah,
in why the game, but I would tell you as a player that the NFL is not all real.
Yeah.
And that there's a certain part of the season where we get to Raiders that they fucking know that they're not going to be any good. So why the fuck are they even trying hard? Right? So of course it's rigged because there's no point in finishing the year because you're going to get the money anyways. This is like a total change of subject. You're going to get the money anyways. You're going to continue to get what you get, and you can go out there and just fucking show up. It's kind of like actors, Charlie Sheen, who could be on a sitcom, just make an appearance, make a bunch of money. Doesn't even have to be good at what he's doing on the sitcom. And people will say, well, it's Charlie Sheen. Remember when he used to be awesome? That's the problem I have with what's going on with the fucking world today, the mentality. Baseball, soccer, any sport, you're going to get to a point where you're like, what's the point? When you're in college, the point is you're building up game film. So if you are going to get drafted, you're going to get drafted. But once you get drafted, what's the point of fucking throwing your life out there for what? So when we get halfway through the season and you're pretty much out of the playoffs, what are you putting it out there for? You're going to watch the Cubs today. The Cubs are 1-1 with the Padres, right?
Yeah.
They should win.
In theory, they should. I mean, the pitcher they're facing has got almost a 6 ERA.
But once the fucking game is sixth inning, 5-0, do you think they go out there and be like, all right, man, take a pitch to the head so we can get you on base? They'll be like, fuck no, I'm not going to take a pitch to the head. I'm not going to take it and then get on base because we're down by 5 runs. So the same thing goes for any sport. So if people sit there and think that athletes go out there and give it their all, even though they have a shitty season, Bears, they're not going to because they don't want to risk their health. So again, when I look at it this way,
that might apply to some who might be on a free agent year. But like if you're saying like, hey, our season's done, So you're saying their level of intensity is dropping because they're like they have nothing to play for.
Just
they have
trying.
nothing to play for, essentially.
So I look at it this way too. If you really think the government is 100% honest, and you think that everything is coming out of their mouth is 100% the truth,
some people do, which is very sad.
Then those some people are fools.
Yeah,
and no one believes that.
I would hope they don't, but if they do,
But the problem with today's society, and this is where I go back to my sons and my grandson thinking about what the future looks like, is they not only believe what they're seeing on the internet, they're not only believing that every angle and every conspiracy theory on the internet, they're taking it for face value and saying that's what's fucking just happened. And the problem is AI, all kinds of shit. You don't even know what's real anymore. But the problem is they act on it. They get emotional. Yeah. My son comes in right away and has conspiracy theories off of a fucking TikTok video from some dude in North Dakota who you don't even know if he's fucking real or not. And you're just like, and then that just promotes all these viewers. Why we don't have more than 60, I don't know. But we're honest. But they just go and they just keep pushing. And the next thing you know, that influencer is being a big influence.
Oh, yeah.
And it's creating, like you call it,
gaslighting,
and not intentionally, but just for them personally to get views. But the problem is there's a lot of people out there that believe it. I just saw there's a new show out called Chad Powers, the football video. It's a movie about, basically it's a movie that took the scene that Eli Manning did when he dressed up like a fucking recruit and he was 30 and he went out and he threw and all this shit. It's kind of the same thing. On the show is Chad Powers.
Made me think of the one video at the Saturday Night Live. He's just throwing at the kids in the park or something.
Eli? No, it was Eli Manning, not Peyton Manning. Eli Manning. So Eli Manning did this thing. And so they made a show out of it. It's on Hulu. And you're watching it. And who the fuck's on it is Hawk Tuohy, the girl. And she's in the movie. And you're just like, the guy walks up and he goes, "Hey, look, it's Hawk Tuohy." Ah, and she's like, "My name's Haley Welch." And he's like, "Oh, Hawk Tuohy." Yeah, he's making fun of her. She'll do it because she wants money. She keeps needing that social influence. And people will go, "Oh, the Hawk Tuohy girl's on this show. Well, then I need to tune in and watch it."
Well,
not because it's a fucking movie.
There's a familiar face, obviously. So if you could throw a cheap familiar face.
What a stupid, it's a stupid ass familiar face. It's not even a good, like, it's not like Mike Tyson showed up on the fucking scene. It's like Hawk Tuohy, who's some chick who said something stupid and got popular for it.
Steve Austin and Mike Tyson wouldn't have been as huge to the thing going to WrestleMania if they would have used Carrot Top, for example. Who would have been the equivalent of the social media nerd or whoever.
Or if they would have brought Jake Paul in. Jake Paul when he first started. They would have brought him in. No one would fucking know who these guys are.
Yeah.
So the problem is our world has no filters and everything on the internet is true. No matter what you watch, it's true. Kind of goes with these videos that we were going to talk about with the animals attacking people.
Yeah.
Is it true or false? You know, I don't know if it's fucking real or not. You always ask yourself, is this lady really getting arrested because she stood up to some kind of violent act or whatever in a court? There was a lady that she was getting arrested for saying that she wasn't going to bomb people and she was a military person, and they show the cops arresting her and she's like, "Oh no," and they push her against the wall and they're handcuffing her, and for some reason there's this fucking guy there with a phone just filming the whole thing, and you're like, why is the guy filming the whole thing? How did he know this was going to go down? How did he know any of this? And then
you're watching a girl in a gas station with a cop getting tased. And you're like, what the fuck is even real? Yeah,
then you start questioning, is the fucking uniform the cop even wearing look like a real cop uniform? Is this even fucking real? And so now you're like, I don't know what's real and fake anymore. And the problem is I'm old enough to know somewhat that there's some reality to it and some fake shit because of just knowing the laws. And then two, the kids don't fucking know. So they go out and they say, this is real. This is real shit going on. And I need to act on this because it's affecting me somehow because I see it. And that's the part that sucks.
That's how you could puppeteer and control people. What was it? Obama in one video says once people don't know what's real or what's not. I forget what the end of his thing was, but the people are easier to control or influence and whatever
It's
he
just
said.
It's terrible.
It's like psychological warfare.
So
People don't know what, especially with AI, people don't know what the hell's real, just like you're saying.
So back to the president. What you're doing is you're creating that type of uproar where people are going to be like, I need to choose a side. And the side is we need to survive as a fucking country.
I just don't think he gives a fuck. I think he knows who doesn't like him and who likes him.
But
he
should give a fuck.
I mean, in theory, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. If you're fucking with people, you're essentially what you're doing, yeah. Because
he should be more fucking. He can still have his views, but he needs to be careful on how because again, look how easily influenced fucking shit happens, and people go acting on it.
I don't think. I mean, we're still getting stuff to the kids. I don't know if it's in custody, but now as we record this, because I've been following. Only reason I've been following Candace Owens' coverage of it as closely is because she's legit Charlie's friend. She's been her friend for a while, so she's doing a lot of deep dive and investigating, reporting on this. So as we're recording it, as we're in the middle of this. So essentially, there was some girl that was there now. So that's what they're trying to get involved with. He met with some girls, and it's allegedly the FBI is not releasing this footage. They didn't even show you this, and the ring cam footage just picked up some girl rendezvousing with him. So if you ask me, with a lot of people,
ring cameras are now involved.
Footage. But here's the thing: like more than likely, if a lot of people kind of figured maybe something was going down, and it's plausible to think that there could have been a few people that knew something like this was going down. If this was just the kid and the people who could have been gaslit. If it's a deeper conspiracy, which involves, some people think it involves other country or whatnot, then, how the fuck are you supposed to stop this shit? Because then that goes like we were saying too. If you think that some other country got involved in, say, a previous president's assassination, then you're thinking they're probably still involved in other stuff.
The JFK one, they still say that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if you did say that, if you did release the files and it did implicate another country, what do you think that's going to happen? That's going to involve, just like you're saying, people want to know, but then on the other side, the flip side, and it might be why they don't want to release it. Now nobody will trust anything. Then they'll start pointing fingers at this government and yada yada yada. It's a snowfall of things. So there's a good reason they probably don't want to release it, but on the same token,
I just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me, even if I do know. And that's what I'm saying. For some
Wouldn't
reason,
that just because I sold to one friend and it disturbed him to think that our own country could have done this or that. And yeah, I mean, you have to kind of realize,
why would it disturb him?
Because I guess he wanted to believe that we wouldn't do something like that to our own people, or
wouldn't
to our
believe
own
some
president.
insane fucking maniac, just like what happened to Charlie Kirk.
No, not necessarily him. A bigger conspiracy outside
that's what
of
I mean. Would you? Everybody always has to think there's a conspiracy. It could have just been a fucking wacko.
It could have, but then there's a lot of weird things going around. If, like you said,
of course there is, because it draws attention to everything now.
Of course.
Now everything is like, what? This fucking makes. Now look at the dude touching his hat. I knew it. That guy in the back with the fucking
mic.
touching his hat.
Yeah.
So it's
when
like
there's so much confusion, you're never going to know the real truth. So there is something to gain to have so many conspiracies that the real one is somewhere in there possibly.
But
and you may never know.
But what would we get from it other than an innocent man was killed? His wife, kids are now fucking dadless and husbandless. It was stupid, horrible. And it's not okay. It's just fucking dumb.
But wouldn't you want to know, like, is this a bigger deal that somebody had him killed? Or do you want to just believe, hey, okay, they told you it's some lone wacko, which is usually the case.
I guess we'll just go with what they tell you. Because I'm going to tell you this.
A lot of people aren't good with that anymore. They want to know the truth.
You want to know the truth?
Charlie can't handle the truth.
Charlie Sheen's real name is Carlyle Irwin Estevez.
Yes. So he's technically an Estevez, like his brother Emilio.
Yes. That's
Carlos
fucking
Estevez.
something we didn't know.
I know. I was going to ask you that earlier because I knew that wasn't his real name.
His real name is Carlos Estevez.
Is this name Martin Estevez? Martin Sheen?
They don't tell you if he's Martin Sheen, but who knows where the fuck did Estevez comes from? We have no idea.
Emilio Estevez.
But we also found out Denise Richards, my apologies, is 53 years old.
Yeah, see, that doesn't seem
same
right.
age as me, but she still looks pretty good.
She does look good. She's older than me.
Not those points as we're wrapping this show up in the next 8 minutes.
Dark-haired Denise Richards or blonde Denise Richards?
Blondish brown hair Denise Richards. Denise Richards.
Wild Things Denise Richards or Starship Troopers Denise Richards?
Ooh, Starship.
Starship
Troopers. She actually looked her best, in my opinion, just because I'm middle-aged, in the TV show Blue Mountain State, where she was Coach's wife.
Oh, wow, never seen that.
Blue Mountain State's a great football show. If you ever watch it, it's on Netflix. And the thing that's funny about it is
Coach's wife. Is that who she played?
It pretty much was my college life in that TV show. And when you watch it, it's funny. It's the Blue Mountain State. They call them the GOATs. And it's making fun of college football. And it was pretty much verbatim of my existence. Did your camera fall?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Ghost.
We need money. We need money to get MC a
going
camera
back
stand.
to our previous episode with the ghost.
As he braces it up with 2 dictionaries to make it hold itself up.
Not far from the truth. If you can only see us now.
Filming this in his kitchen.
I'm gonna ask you if they did a show based on your life. If you got a Louis C.K. treatment, or you got your own HBO show or Max show, or who would you be? And you had any? You could cast anybody as your wife. Who would you choose?
Probably the chick from What About Raymond?
Oh, isn't she a lot older though?
Yeah, she's my age. She's about my age.
She's only 53. There's no way.
What do you mean? You know,
no, that was on a while ago. That's why I say it's nothing against the actress. She was cool though. I liked her on the show. I didn't see too many episodes of that.
The funny shit is, What About Raymond was pretty much my family life. His mother acted a lot like my mom.
Outspoken,
and my dad, his dad was exactly like my father. Wasn't so loud, but exactly like my dad.
Was your brother like?
No,
Raymond's
my brother was like me. Was like Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen,
fucking
starring Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, he's a fucking crazy man. Her name is Patricia Heaton. She is a lot older, but she still looks pretty fucking good for 67 years old.
Yeah, 67, yeah.
But if I had to cast somebody to be my wife.
Cougar wife.
Yeah, she's cool.
15 years older.
Also, the lady from... Well, because I'm trying to think of moms. You know, the other wife that would probably be a good one that would be like my wife would be the one in King of Queens. What's her name?
Oh, Leia Romani or whatever
she's
you say.
About my age.
Yeah,
she's pretty funny. She's, cool. She's pretty funny because my wife does come from an Italian family, so it's just. But again, those are type of things that if I had someone cast my life, but the Louis C.K. TV show is him being a divorced dad.
What, your wife watching this? So you want Leia Romani as your wife? Huh?
Well, I think it's funny. I can't stop looking at the picture behind you of my face on that fucking dude's head. So disturbing looking.
Anchorman. That's from Anchorman.
Dude, great movie. Downstairs right now is playing Old School with him in it too.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
So, anyways,
go fuck yourself, San Diego. That's a good segue to the Cubs Padres game. Hopefully, we win. Otherwise, it'll be sad after this. But we have so many injuries. It is what it is.
It's fucking baseball, though. How much injuries can cause? I was watching it yesterday.
Fucking ton of injuries, arm injuries, hamstring injuries.
So you're losing pitchers.
Yeah, we lost our ace right out the bat. Like I think Steele was out, like after his second start or something, second or third start. So we've been in a hole the whole year.
Who cares?
Anybody
care?
I do.
Cubs, because you're a Cubs fan.
Because I'm a Cubs fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long year. Just waiting for it to be over.
You know who was the best Cubs
so we
player?
can follow the Bears and their horrible.
Who was the best representative of the Cubs? Was the kid from
Rest in Peace, Rhino.
The one arm, the kid from the Arm movie where he broke his arm. And
rookie
of the year. Best. Yeah. Maybe we should pull him in.
I don't think I've ever fucking seen that.
Maybe we should go recruit that kid. Maybe he can come
I've seen Taking Care of the Business. All he wanted to do was see the Cubs and Angels in the World Series.
Yeah,
it was Jim Belushi, right? Yeah, it was Jim Belushi movie.
Wasn't John Belushi? He was dead.
No, definitely not John Belushi.
It was Jim Belushi. That's funny. He's funny man too. The dumbest movie he could ever been in was Meet Joe Somebody, where he was the karate guy. He was the karate sensei to teach.
Wasn't that
a
serious movie? The Principal? Wasn't that his only? Like,
the Principal was. That was probably. Yeah. I liked that movie.
Yeah, that was. I seem to remember liking that too.
Or
I don't remember any of these movies. All my memories.
He's got the motorcycle.
Have been wiped.
He's got the bat.
I remember the bat.
The one dude was in it. What's that guy's name that was in the
Louis Gossett Jr. or something?
Gossett Jr. He's helping him lock up the school with chains. Like we're keeping all the bad guys out, and all the bad guys show up like fucking stereotypical. They have like trench coats and little glasses, and they all have like knives and shit. They're just in the middle of the school, like
nobody has a gun.
Yeah, there's not one fucking cop. This entire show, it's just the principal versus a bunch of gang members.
Jim Belushi versus the world.
And, hey, you should call the police. No. I got this. I got a bat.
I can deflect bullets.
Yeah. And even during the scene when they lock up the school and they're going to kill him, no one fucking calls the cops. It's just him and Lou Gossett Jr. have to fight these dudes off with the fucking guns, and nobody calls the police.
Why would they do that?
Yeah. Why are we calling the police? These kids are assaulting teachers. We don't need cops. I got the Principal with his fucking bat. I think that was his
only serious movie I can recall. If he did another one, I don't remember it.
He was in some crime movies too.
Probably was, yeah.
He was an action. He tried to be an action hero, trying to get away from being a comedic actor. But it's kind of like Bill Murray's brother being in that movie Licensed to Drive.
Brian Doyle Murphy.
Moving Violation. It's a fucking horrible movie, and he's been in a few movies where I've seen him. Moving Violations. He was in the Scrooge. He was in the Scrooge when he was doing
his brother.
Yeah, he was in the. His
brother
Scrooge
was also the boss in Christmas Vacation. That's probably his most notable role. Put him over there with the rest of them, greaseball.
No, not that brother. His younger brother.
He's got
his younger brother. He has a younger brother.
What the hell's his younger brother's name?
I don't know. You're gonna make me look. It's a fucking minute into it. Hold on. Before we wrap up this last minute, Bill Murray's younger brother.
Me podcast you listen has been brought to you by
Bill Murray's younger brother.
Insert your ad here.
Bill Murray's younger brother. We got a minute.
Any of you 60 plus
I keep typing Bull
Murray. I know.
Bill Murray's brother, his name is John Murray, believe it or not.
John Murray?
Me podcast you listen. Look him up. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Check us out. And thanks for listening to this banter for this whole entire fucking hour.
Double-sized episode.
Yep.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the